this lesson, we're going to talk about rigging the character's mouth and creating different postures for it so I can animate its mouth. To be able to create different postures for the character's mouth, as I said, I assume that I haven't got any designers, or I don't know how to design, or I have no time to do that. So I go to FreePic website and search the lip sync human collection phrase, and as you see in the results, I get a variety of mouse postures. Here you must choose the mouse postures in proportion to your character to accord with your character's style. I don't need to download any because I've already created some mouse postures for my character in After Effects, and as you see, I have put each of them in a separate shape layer and named them according to the letters which the character's mouse pronounces. As you see, these postures are for the front pose, and I can use them for the 3/4 pose as well. Just need to decrease the X scale of these layers to create the character's mouse postures for 3/4 pose. I will just need the mouse profile poses that are different from the front and 3/4 poses, which I can create them using reference. Of course, we must note that you must create different postures for your character's mouse depending on the animation and the scenes you have. Your character might not even have any dialogues in profile pose and may not talk at all, so you won't be needing to create different mouse postures for it in this pose. So, in such cases, for your character's mouse in profile pose, create one posture, so when it turns to profile pose, only that posture be shown. But as I'm teaching, it's better to create different postures for the mouse profile pose, because in some projects, the characters may need to talk in profile pose. In order to be able to create different postures for the profile pose, I use the reference which I found from the internet. As you see, this mouse is in front pose and this one shows the lips in profile pose. This is an open mouth and these are some different postures of mouth. For me to be able to create the profile pose of this mouth, I'll duplicate this layer, move it here. I hit G key to activate the pen tool. I don't need the lower lip for now, so I hide it and I must create something like this. In order not to confuse the size of the lips, I select the left points of the lip and delete them. I almost created the upper lip. Let's go for creating the lower lip. To do that, I need to delete this point. I'll create a point here and delete it as well. The lower lip is slightly farther back than the upper lip, so I'll move it back a bit. I'll make another point here and create such a shape. Now I have created the profile pose for this lip. Let's move to the next lip, and as I use the reference, I will create these poses. I'll change its color to make it clear. I'll make another duplicate of this layer and move it a bit yonder. This pose is rather like this one, except that the lip isn't that low. So I'll activate the pen tool, select the layer and open it. I hide the other parts for now and just select the upper lip. I'll delete this half as well as this one. This would be placed over here and make such a shape. Now let's work on the lower lip. It should be a little farther back. Okay, after that, I must as well create the teeth. Teeth are like this. Teeth are attached to the lip, so I'll bring it a little lower. In order to create the profile pose for this lip too, I duplicate it, move it a bit yonder, and open it. I will edit it exactly as the last one. So the tongue should be in this way. First, I'll create the upper teeth. I'll have the tongue. To make it precise, I put a ruler here. And finally, I edit the blackness. Let's see how it turned out. It must be a bit farther back. Okay, I will continue and create other mouth postures for profile poses. Okay, after creating different mouse postures in profile pose, in the next lesson, I'll talk about rigging the character's mouth.